Saigon, going down. We're going to VAP district to check out an orphanage. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Yeah, it's not supposed to, but looks like it's gonna. Should have done this yesterday, but I didn't have time. So yeah, we're gonna go check out a orphanage and VAP, and then shoot a streets of Saigon on the way there. A little windy, hopefully not getting too much wind noise. She is in a monster of a hurry. People love to go fast here. I mean, I've talked about this 100 times. It's so much easier to go faster on a scooter here. Straight. Traffic should be pretty good. It's 2:40, so we're ahead of rush hour. I don't even know if I've ever even been to VAP district, VAP, however you said it. I'm sure somebody will correct my Vietnamese. That's one of the favorite things to do in the comments section. I think there's a debate on Xin Chào. You know, to be honest with you, most Vietnamese, at least in Saigon, don't even say hello. Like, they don't say ciao or Xin Chào. They don't say thank you for much, and they don't say please either. So, yeah, I just say it because it's fun to say. Why not? Garbage truck here. Try to get around. That's the taxi first. I want to get around this garbage truck. It's making it impossible. Yeah, so there, you know, there's not much of formal stuff like that even used. I rarely hear someone say thank you or please or hello. It's like, yo. Just from my experience, I mean, I could be totally wrong. I'm not an authority on things, you know. These are all just speculations and opinions from Fat Throat. What the fuck is this guy doing? Beautiful day out. If it doesn't rain and the weather holds, wow, it's my kind of weather. None of us can get past this guy. He's just hammering down on the throttle. So we got a 23-minute journey to go. I'm gonna pull down my map so you can hear me a little better. The white chick with us. Good on her. Truck's doing. Is he turning? Seems to be so. There's a handout. I don't know what the hand signifies. So the DJI Pocket 2 came out last night. It looks very compelling. It's between the Sony CZ1 and the Pocket 2 now. I believe I'm going to get the Sony because it can double up as a really good web camera, so I can shoot the podcast on Patreon. Why is this guy going so slow? Never see a vehicle going slow. Weather is really nice. Everything's good. Channel's doing good. YouTube's doing well. We're back on track now that I'm posting content daily again, sometimes 2 to 3 videos a day. I'm live streaming more, so if you want to catch me on the live stream, make sure you have all the notifications on, and you'll be able to catch the live stream. I never know when I'm going to live stream. What are these kids doing? Already a significant sign that there's one of those days of bad drivers. I have a feeling we're going to encounter a bunch of improvised driving. We'll see. We got to go through this roundabout of death up here. The car's gonna go. I figured he would go. Taking it. What do we got here? He wants to go around. Everybody wants to go around. Let's see. Oh, no one to aid me in the roundabout. I have to do a solo roundabout. Usually there's someone here to help get through to one of these. Most people will take a left here. You want to hit to the outside, middle, kind of like here. Yeah, I think the weather's going to hold for us. I don't think we'll have rain. We've seen me walk this in the walking videos. It takes about 20 minutes to walk what we just did, maybe 30. Walking's good for you though. So hopefully we get another orphanage today. We can shoot the orphanage and get them a large donation going. Use that money we have left. We got 2,300 left, so we'll take that, maybe, you know, 1,100 bucks of it and buy them whatever they need. I'm sure each place needs maybe different things. I'm pretty sure they're always going to ask for formula because it's the most expensive and they always need formula if you think about it. My mirrors have been changed, so I should check those before I left. Always check your mirrors and make sure they're on point. I think mirrors are very important to driving here, even here. A lot of people don't use their mirrors here. I do. It wants me to go a little straight here. Yeah. How cute little dog. Never taken this route before. Kind of cool. Nice little back street. That's a big Harley, right? Yeah, it's a big boy. I'm gonna adjust my mirrors when we get a chance. Quiet street right here in Inland. Graffiti's really picking up in Vietnam, Saigon now. Seems you can't get away from graffiti anymore. Yeah, the DJI Osmo 2 has a lot of compelling features. I just don't like giving so much money to DJI. They're, you know, a China-based company. I think they even have government, China government funding in them. I have to check, but I'm not so inclined to buy their product, even though I'm really impressed with the Pocket 2. It looks like a really good product. I mean, you got 60 frames per second on 4K, which already is a huge selling point for me. The battery lasts a long time, 140 minutes, I think they said. You can live stream directly to you can live stream directly to YouTube out of the box. All great features. At least I find it interesting. For me, that's a big deal. I really would like to be able to live stream off of a phones do okay for YouTube, but you know, a phone is still just a phone. It doesn't have enough stuff in it to make it a really good camera. And the Pocket 2 is very compelling because of the size as well. You know, the SZ though, the ZV or whatever it is, the Sony vlogging camera, it's got all the things I need. You can also live stream on that. It has awesome web. It's like the best webcam out there. So the podcast will look really nice with that camera. So I think that's going to be the route we're going to take.
A few moments later.
Changes. I've said it before, but the subway brings great changes to cities. Usually, I mean, really quick changes to cities. I imagine 10 years after the subway line's done here, this Saigon will be completely different. It'll be full of skyscrapers. It'll be a business hub. Coronavirus helped them out a lot by the way that they handled it. It's making more companies even want to park their businesses here. So very likely that we'll see that happen. So yeah, I'm excited to go check out this orphanage. And then I'll be back before rush hour, so maybe we'll do a dual streets. I don't know if I have enough battery. I only charged one battery properly today, so stupid me. The other cool thing about the Sony camera is it uses the same batteries as the X3000 on my head right now. I was also debating a GoPro 9, but like, if I was to go that route, I would get the Pocket probably, because it has the gimbal built into it, you know, And now that they've got the proper quality of, 4K 60 frames per second, that's the money. And 4K 60 frames per second looks astronomically better than 1080p 60 frames per second. Absolutely noticeable. Even on a MacBook, an old MacBook, I can tell the difference immediately. Taking it to the streets. So, let's see. I'm thinking of trying a new format for Streets of Saigon videos. Maybe like you guys in the comments can leave things you want to talk about while on Streets of Saigon, while I'm riding, and then we can kind of pick a topic and go over it. I've talked about this already too, but in case you missed other videos, I'm starting a podcast on the Patreon for the Patreons only. It'll be an hour every week of me just talking about all kinds of stuff on filter. So I don't have to do any filtering. I can talk about things any way I want on there. So that's what we're gonna do. I can have music on there if we want to play music. I could probably do a DJ show as well on Patreon, because even though they'll copyright me, I'll still be able to use it because it's unlisted. Sometimes it all depends on how big the music production company has their fangs into it. Sometimes it'll block that part altogether. It'll be a growing learning experience. But I've been saying it, but we're going to really focus on Patreon as well. I want to really get Patreon just fully going in case anything ever happens to my YouTube. So, yeah. And nothing, in theory, should ever happen to my YouTube. It's pretty G-rated, besides for an occasional cuss word and, maybe a couple beers. Nothing crazy happens on YouTube, and I'll always keep it that way. And I don't really talk about crazy topics or theories or, stuff like that. Oh yeah, so I could talk about this. A girl, I think, yesterday or the day before, an American girl, English woman, 29, was at New and Hugh Walking Street at 4 a.m. She called a Grab. She didn't check to make sure the license plate matched the Grab. The Grab driver took her to a field, attempted to sexually harass her, and didn't rape her though, didn't R-word her. I almost just want to say R-word. There was no actual rape. She had managed to get away. But it's a shame they can't find the guy, so really not good. You got to be really careful in District 1 at 4 a.m. So is my main big piece of advice. Instead of if you're a girl and it's 4 a.m. in District 1, try to rent a Grab car, in my opinion. I don't know if I'd be taking a Grab bike home. It's not the first time somebody's dressed up as a Grab driver and attempted sexual harassment to a woman. It's happened quite a few times now. That's why Grab is really like, check the license plate, make sure the photos of the guy. They give you a lot of information, so it should be relatively safe. But 4 a.m. is a woman, I'm going to guess she might be attractive if she's 29. Well, it doesn't matter if she's attractive or not. Why did I even need to say that? But yeah, you got to be smart. I got my phone stolen because I was drunk walking at like 2:43 a.m. Off of Boy Dane. Somebody just grabbed it off their motorbike. They were on a motorbike and just snatched it out of my hands. I mean, albeit lesson learned, I'm really careful with stuff now. I learned a crappy lesson, but I really learned that lesson. It's really tough to do. I need to get a camel bag for when I do these Streets of Saigon. I almost have to have a camel bag now. I don't know where we're at now, what district. Let me look here. Noon. I can't. Too much things are going on for me to keep my head somewhere. Noon? I don't know. I'll get the word from Wendy. We got 10 more minutes to go. And then we're at the port. I don't know if anybody will be there to speak English. We'll see how it goes. I'll attempt to use Google Translate, if anything. Hopefully it goes well. A very rare sight you see in Vietnam is train tracks, but here you go. I rarely see train tracks in Saigon, but here's a pair of train tracks. There's a dog playing with its owner. taking it through the streets. I think Bad Friends sang that song. It's in my head now. Great podcast. If you haven't watched it, if you like comedy podcasts, Bad Friends is way legit. Bobby Lee and Santino crack me up. Taking it to the streets. Oh, I'm super keto. I've drank so much water today. Mark, I love you, brother, but I already have done keto for years, my friend. I weighed 270, 280 3 years ago. And I weigh like 210 now, 212. So, yeah. I only eat once a day along with keto. I do intermittent fasting plus keto, so you can kind of have a little bit more carbs when you do that because you're only eating one meal. I try to typically stay under 50 grams of carb, but for the most part, I'm a keto. I don't need a test strip to tell me. I can feel when my body is keto. I always have some form of keto flu. Each body kind of reacts a bit differently when on keto. So mine, for the most part, I'm always just super thirsty. So that's how I used to use the test strips back in the day, but now I don't. As you see, we've been mainly eating barbecue meats. So yeah, I don't know which way to go. I don't know if I go up on the bridge. This is going to be, I don't know. It's not indicating me any way. I'm just going to take the bridge. I don't know. Fuck it. Taking it to the streets. But yeah, I've been keto and intermittent fasting for a long time. It's what works really well for me. Eat one meal a day at 6 p.m. if possible. It was much easier to do without a girlfriend, of course. Much more difficult with Win-Win. She's always hungry. She always wants to eat. Sometimes she doesn't get home, or she wants to eat together. And so sometimes I'm eating my one meal at 7, which I prefer not to do. I like, ideally, to eat at 5:36 every day and have the time in the rest of the day, rest of the evening, to break down a little bit of that food. And I'll tend to eat, chicken, dairy, beef, pork, really just a meat. And yeah, I'll even have a vegetable too. I don't really think vegetable carbs are entirely bad for you. Like, a lot of times I'll eat salad. So, and sugars, I've been off sugars forever. You can ask Winnie, I don't have a sweet tooth. So on occasion I'll have a craving for something, but yeah, I don't, sugar I have no problem cutting out. I don't drink Coca-Cola, or I have a Sprite on occasion when we go out. And alcohol, I try to only consume soju or vodka, and I've been drastically cutting down on that. I'm finally completely off the hoons now, so, which is great. I think I'm like 4 days now, no hoons, maybe 3. Not even having one, so, which makes me pretty happy. Taking it to the no more hoons. When you really quit hoons, like, what's this kid do? When you really quit hoons, for me, I cough up shit for like 3 or 4 or 5 days, so that my lungs start to clear up pretty quick. So I'm on the final day of packing up nasty shit that was in my lungs and shit. 6 minutes. I don't know if we're gonna go back yet. Probably saying, don't kill me. That's a lot of honking, buddy. You got through it though. You can do it. I might could consider driving like a little bit quicker and in a hurry like they do after I've really been here, but I probably never will. I'm a super safe driver. I'm just not in a hurry as they are either. I don't need to be anywhere quickly. So yeah, there's some army stuff left over from so yeah, I mean, I know quite a bit about keto actually. I don't need to watch any YouTubes or anything. And for me, yeah, the main carbs that are the worst for my body, each body's different, by the way. is pizza and beer. I don't ever eat banh mi. I like banh mi, but I don't eat it. I don't go out and seek it. I think we stay on the bridge. But yeah. Like once a week, I'll get McDonald's. I'm not gonna lie, but that still doesn't throw me off the keto. You know, there's easy signs without a tester strip to know that you're in ketosis. You have a massive amount of energy. I have ADHD, so for me, it's like taking Ritalin. It makes me super even more focused, and I just get shit done. I have highly productive days. I don't put anything on the back burner. I do everything that needs taken care of right then and there. My energy's through the roof. I'm extremely thirsty all the time, and I know at the beginnings of when I'm fully in ketos, you know, I'll go through a week of keto food where you're all lightheaded and shit. So you know, I could be a little bit better on the diet. But yeah, anytime we're gonna go out to eat now, it's gonna be pretty much like Korean barbecue because there's really no carbs in that. I mean, sure, you got the kimchi, but like I said, I don't think that's not a complex, you know, it's not I'm okay with having those carbs. I love it how they just pull out from. Oh, fuck it, it's up to you to stop. Where are we at now? Maybe I can take a look and see what district we're in. This place dominates the electronic market, by the way. This, whatever the hell this name is. And their prices are pretty high, too. They're typically 10 to 15% higher. I think we're in VAP now. Yeah, I've never been here before. I've never been to this part of town. This is all new for me. Make sure the phone's secure. 100% new. Taking it to the streets. What is that? Saigon Mall, California Fitness. Doing Kim. Trying to look at stuff, but pay attention because it kind of is the rushy hour in here. That's about 3:10. Speak up. I don't know what speak up is. Looks like a mini mall. Taking it to the... I'm so glad it didn't rain for the moto vlog. It turned out to be a great vlog of an area we haven't seen before. Yeah, we're in VAP now. I've been meaning to get out here. I wanted to check it out. I think it's a cheaper place to live while still balancing on the cusp of being nice. If I remember right from what I was told. If we have enough battery life, I'll try to shoot the streets on the way back too. Maybe for the patrons. Hopefully Winnie sent me to an open orphanage, and hopefully it's not hard to find. Here's a Mazda dealer. I've seen some heavily modified Mazdas here. I think it's one of the longer brands that's been here car-wise, so you'll see. Woo, that girl is just bobbing and weaving. Or that might be a guy. I don't know. Taking it to the streets. I'm considering doing a video of driving like a dickhead just one day to show you that I can. I mean, I used to be a crazy driver. I'm just so not in a hurry. You know, even like around Saigon anyways, Jim drives faster than I do. Mark drove faster than I do in like Boomtown as well. So, yeah. Two significantly older than me gentlemen drove quite a bit faster than I do. I don't fall into line with like just because everyone else is going fast. Why do I? I go just to the right amount of speed. On the way back from Boomtown, I did show good old Jimmy boy that I can fully drive like an asshole. I was a little sick and I just wanted to get back. So yeah, I sent it the whole way home from Boomtown. Which way do I go here? I can't tell. Okay, I think I gotta go straight. It looks like it, but I don't know. It looks one way. No, it's not. Okay, I think I see. Yeah, I should have got over here on the left. Well, okay, shit, can't win them all. I'm still on the same gas tank. Boom chow. This thing gets great gas mileage. Maybe if you drove it aggressive, probably not. Yeah, I think it gets pretty bad gas mileage when you drive it like a dickhead. Go with the van, dude. Go with the van. Basic driving 101. Use the blockers. Alright, so now we're coming up on possibly where it's at. This chick wants to go on the inside. Can't see I have the blinker on clearly. Driving at 154. What we got here? Okay, let me try to... Oh, I see it's down here, I think. Let's take a little look down here. Everybody's looking at me like, why is the white guy down here? This looks... Oh, not driving. Can't go down. I think it's back over here. We'll have to go take a look. Everybody's looking at me crazy. Alright, so let me go find this place and then